up, guys? Welcome back to the Yegi Beauty YouTube channel. I'm Yegi. I'm the owner and founder of Yegi Beauty, which is an eyelash extension company, a product line, education courses, and also a salon. Well, we only specialize in eyelash extensions, but we do the YouTube videos to give supplemental education to our students and our lash community. Do the students get continuous education? Because not only when we train you, we want you to be certified and know what you're doing, we want you to have real life experiences like the clients in these videos and how to get through real life clients, right? So with that said, this video, I'm actually going to focus on a trouble client or an issue that we had with this client while we were doing it. I ended up recording it and making it into the tutorial so you guys can learn from it. So a few things that is special about this video is there is an issue with the client we decided to solve, and we are doing colorful lashes in 2 separate layers. So you're going to learn how to use colored lashes and how to make them stand out with layering them. Another challenge that we had with this client was that she has thin, short, blonde eyelashes. So it is challenging to lash a client with that type of lashes, especially if they insist on wanting a little bit a longer look. So we ended up giving her like a medium length, but we did advise her that it's probably still a little too long for your natural lashes, so let's keep an eye on it to make sure that they're not going to be damaging them. If they are, if you notice more shedding, let's go shorter in the length. But she's been our client for a while now and she does love these lengths. So let me show you guys what we did with the mapping, all right? So what I did is also, for the mapping, I skipped the length in between. We did a doll eye to give her the maximum length and the open eye look based on her natural eye shape. And we did the longest in the center, which was 13s, okay? And then when we tapered down, we skipped the length to kind of not use too many long lengths, but focus on the 13s in the center to give her that big or longer open eye look. So that's how we worked around it, because her inner and outer eyelashes were a little bit tinier and shorter, so we wanted to protect them. So another thing that's really cool about this look is we use 2 colors. We use the purple ones in the bottom layer and the blue ones in the top layer, okay? So what effect that gives us is when the eyes are kind of closer, you're looking down, you see more of the color that's applied on top. When the eyes are open and you're looking straight at the person's eyes, you see the colors that's in the bottom. So it gives a really cool effect, which you guys will get to see. Anyways, enough talking. Let's get to the tutorial. So I don't quite have the before photo of this client's eyelashes. We kind of started recording her lashes after the fact that we started, and we thought it would be a cool tutorial as a learning experience. But as you can see, we have already taped down her bottom lashes, and there is a whole tutorial focusing just on taping bottom lashes, so I'll link that below for you guys to go watch later if you need to. And you can also see the top eyelashes are mostly taped up, or if you cannot tell that's what's happening, that's actually what we did. We used some tape to tape up all of her eyelashes, and we pulled out the bottom layer of her natural eyelashes. So for her eyelash extensions, we like to do them in layers because she likes to get 2 tones. She gets the purple ones in the bottom layer, and then in the rest of the layer she gets the blue ones, and they come really pretty. So when her eyes are more closed, you see more blue, and when her eyes are open, you see more purple. Those 2 colors really complement each other, and we're using the Yegi Mega Volume Colorful Eyelashes. These are easy fanning lashes. You can make them as thick as you want them. They come in a mixed tray, and also they come in the 4 signature colors, but the 2 colors we're using is the purple and the blue one. Now, another thing I want to point out about her lashes is that she has very short, thin, and blonde eyelashes, which makes it really challenging for the isolation part, and it makes it really challenging to do like certain lengths for her. She does want them at a medium length at least, so we did explain to her that this might be a little bit too long for your natural eyelashes. You could see they are kind of somewhat breaking the rule of thumb where the 13s are, of them being more than double the length of her natural eyelashes, but she was okay with that. She wanted to risk it. So we went ahead and we did do the set for her. We do keep in mind that we are putting a little bit heavier lashes than we would love to for her lashes. So every time she comes in, about every 2 weeks, anything that looks outgrown so it doesn't weigh down the natural eyelashes, we do remove and replace more of the extensions than we would on an average client. We do also have another video that goes more in detail and focuses on isolating in layers, so we'll also link that one below for your reference. But at this point, we have already applied the extensions on all her bottom eyelashes, and we are going to untape the rest of her eyelashes to isolate the next layer. Anytime we're removing tape, we want to be very careful, especially when it's attached to the natural eyelashes, because we don't want to go quickly and pretty much wax and pull out the natural lashes. So working with tape on the natural lashes at first is very nerve-wracking because you feel like you're gonna hurt them or you're gonna pull out their natural lashes. But use tweezers, kind of how you see I'm doing in this video, to be able to avoid that, okay? It does take a little bit of practice, so do it with the clients that you're very comfortable with before you do it on your new clients, or do it on your friends and family before you do it on new clients. But I promise you, if you take your time and use tweezers, you won't pull out their natural lashes. Also, anytime I want to tape or untape or move her eyes and eyelashes more than just a regular application process, especially when I'm working with tape, I want to use my fan and really dry her eyelashes really well, because this will make sure that they're not gonna be wet or not wet. They're gonna be cured enough where the fumes of the adhesive is not gonna go in the eye if I accidentally lift the eye open. This will help with any discomfort, and it will help with the client's eyes tearing from the fumes of the glue. So it's really good practice. Dry the eyelashes before removing tape. Now for the inner corners, we're going to pull out the eyelid by using tape again and pulling to the left. This is going to extend the inner corner and allow us to see those inner eyelashes better, so we can go ahead and apply. Now when we're isolating in layers, a lot of times the inner eyelashes kind of get skipped because the tape doesn't quite grab them for us to isolate them that way. So what I like to do is, even when I isolate in layers, after the fact, I work on the inner corners separately. I don't work on the inner corners within my isolating in layers. After I'm done with the inner corners, I noticed there's this one little area where it's missing, or it looks like it's not as full with the bottom layer of the purple lashes. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding one more in this sparse area so it could look like there's an even layer of purple lashes. Now we're ready to apply the blue eyelashes, okay? So the rest of her natural eyelashes that are out now, because we are done applying to the bottom layer, which was our purple, for the rest of them, I'm going to apply the blue ones. So we are doing the same thing with any free eyelash that we see with the same lengths, the 9, 11, and 13 in each area. We're adding the blue ones. If you pay attention right here, on that day, for some reason, the blue eyelashes, although they're the same line as the purple ones, probably got old because I don't use those too frequently, and they were not sticking too good and they were not fanning out too good. I was just having a really hard time. So one thing, the way I handled this client was I still tried to put as many ever as I can that it would work with me, and I kept on going even if the fans were kind of closing, because she's a client and this real life situations do happen, and you need to kind of do the best given the hand you're dealt at that moment. So since these lashes weren't working with me, I just decided to go ahead and add as many ever as I can and still complete the set. But what I told her come back in a week and I'm going to add some more for no additional cost. And that's how we were able to kind of still give her a nice enough look, but salvage the quality of the lashes by having her come back. And that would give me enough time to purchase or get new eyelashes. Another thing you can do is if you're working on one eye and you're just really having a hard time and you're getting frustrated, at that point, your set is probably not going to turn out so good. So what I usually do if that ever happens, I take a break from that eye and I move on to the next eye. And that's kind of what we're doing here because I was so frustrated with those blue eyelashes not working with me. We're going to pause the video right here. If you pay attention to the blue sensitive tape, what I did was cut a little curve on one line to help tape up her eyelashes. This just kind of makes it easier for it to form in the eye with one piece of tape rather than using two pieces of tape and doing the crisscross method. Something you can try for certain clients. It might work better. And if the tape is really sticky and it's sticking to your hands, you're not able to control it so good. Another trick is to fold down the two corners of the tape to almost give you like a little non-sticky grip area in order to control it better, as you could see in the video. Now we are going to apply the purple lashes again with the same mapping with the longest ones in the center in the bottom layer of the client's natural eyelashes.
Empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware, keep moving like the scars aren't even there, it's in the air, like a blazing flare, don't stare cause the flames will burn us, I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything, held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me.
Now make sure again you dry the bottom layer before you remove the tape because we don't want the risk of the eyes opening even a tad bit and them getting kind of tingly or watery or irritated from the fumes of the glue. So dry that layer first before you remove and release the rest of the eyelashes. And take your time with the tweezers, help the lashes to get off the tape so you don't pull the natural lashes. Here's a close-up of the rest of the eyelashes. So now we are trying to apply the blue lashes on the top layer. Again, we're struggling a little bit with the product, so I'm just going to do my best to add as many as I can. And I'm kind of going in there and priming the eyelashes again, making sure they're as clean as possible so the lashes actually stick better to see if that solves my problem. It did definitely help for the lashes to stick, but not that much. I think just those strips of the blue lashes had gotten maybe a little bit old. My hand had touched it too much. Maybe they had gotten a little bit oily from my hand touching it. I don't know, but they just were not fanning out and sticking good. So the solution was to tell the client that we're going to do our best right now and come back in a week for a free fill to make them fuller and add some more blue on there. And she was fully understanding and super happy about the results. And my other choice would have been, okay, I'm struggling, it's not going to work, I'm frustrated, I'm mad, and the set just doesn't come out right. But if you kind of face your problem head on and accept it and tell the client you don't have to go in super detail with them, but if you tell them, hey, I'm having trouble with a specific item or something and this is how we're going to solve it, usually they're really understanding. Or you can give them some other options. So another option for her would have been, hey, instead of adding more blue this time, would you like to add some red eyelashes or green eyelashes, or would you like to keep them all purple and I'll give you a little bit of a discount? Now here is pretty much where I decided to leave her eyelashes for today and just kind of dried them, untaped her, We want to always make sure nothing's stuck underneath. If it is, we gently want to release it and pretty much get her ready to go. And here's the final results of the purple and blue eyelashes, although they weren't quite perfect and working for me, but we are going to have her come in about a week, and we're going to make them perfect and add some more. So stay tuned. We're about to see that part of the video. Now that she has come in for the 1 week touch-up, which was complimentary to her to try to make her lashes perfect now and add some more, we're going to use the same technique. We're going to tape up her eyelashes and we're going to add to the bottom layer first. We're going to add the purple lashes in the bottom, and then we will add the blue ones for the rest, or the top layer of her lashes. I am using the A3 Yegi Gold curved tweezers anytime I'm pulling out eyelashes, because it has the perfect length of the tip and the thinness of the tip in order for me to kind of weave out the layers without it kind of getting stuck or tangled. So that's the tweezer I'm using for that, and that's the tweezer I also usually use for isolation, and I'm using the boot-shaped tweezer in order to apply the eyelashes. And since the eyelashes are taped up, a lot of times it is easier to glue underneath the natural lash, so that's kind of what you guys are seeing here. Now the new tray of the blue eyelashes are working much better, so we are going and adding nice blue fans. They're sticking well, and we will finish our set this time around and make them as perfect as she likes them. Now we can't forget about the inner corners. They are tricky and they are sometimes very thin eyelashes, so we do want to use tape to pull out the eyelid in order to apply some on those. I always have a hard time isolating or taping the inner and outer corners in layers because they're not really in too many layers. They're just kind of tiny in a corner. So I don't usually isolate those in layers, but instead I'll pull the tape to the side and add as many as I can. And for a look like this that kind of has two colors in a layer, I'll kind of give the client an option if they want more purple or more blue in that inner corner, and both of it would work. It wouldn't make that much of a difference in the final look of the set if you are just kind of alternating and you're not really specifically layering the purple ones in the bottom and blue ones on top. But as long as you have eyelashes in the inner and outer corner, it would complete your look. Now we're just going to do a final check, a final look to make sure there are no more of her natural eyelashes left where we can add, and also that nothing is stuck before we dry them, untape them, use the super bonder to seal them in and pretty much show her the final results and let her go. Well, thank you for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. It really helps our community growing. And remember that we do offer online and in-person courses for eyelash extension training, business coaching, especially if you want to start a beauty business, an eyelash business, and open a salon. We're all here to help you. And for the coaching services, I personally work with those clients. So reach out if you need our help.